Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama-shloke bhaktir-bhavati naishtiki. By regular attendance in the classes on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gauri Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalayi Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanaabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanitraya Namaste Pankajangri Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devakinandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today is the auspicious day of lot of great souls appeared and disappeared on this day. Shri Ramchandra Kaviraj Goswami and Shri Jayadev Goswami disappeared on this day, and Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami Maharaj appeared on this day of Shashti of Krishna Paksha in this month. So what could be a better thing than to read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam on this special day? So we will continue reading. Yesterday we were discussing how this how Lord Shiva is praying to the Supreme Lord and mentioning wonderful qualities of the Supreme Lord, that how the Lord is supremely independent, how the Lord is supremely unknowable, and how He is the supreme knower. He knows everything, but no one can know Him. Interesting. Very interesting. And there is nothing unknown from Him. That means He knows everything. Whether we think that we can hide from Him or no one is watching, we discussed that story as well. So the Lord knows all our endeavors, which either implicate us or liberate us. That means take us back home. So in short, our material activities as well as our spiritual activities, He knows everything. So let's see what Lord Shiva continues with the next verse, text number 12. Okay, so we are reading Canto 8, Chapter 12, Text 12. Avatara maya drishta Ramamanasya te gunai Soham tadrishtumichhami Yatte yoshidva purdhritam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. My Lord, I have seen all kinds of incarnations you have exhibited by your transcendental qualities, and now that you have appeared as a beautiful young woman, I wish to see that form of your Lordship. Purport: when Lord Shiva approached Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu inquired about the purpose of Lord Shiva's coming there. Now Lord Shiva discloses his desire. He wanted to see the recent incarnation of Mohini-murti, which Lord Vishnu had assumed to distribute the nectar generated from the churning of the ocean of milk. Hare Krishna. So I think this theme is coming again and again and again and again. That whenever the Lord and the devotees meet, the first thing devotee does is What? What's the first thing devotee does?
Stuti of God.
Stuti. But stuti is the second thing. What's the first thing?
He offers praises him.
So that's basically stuti.
Praying is prostrated obeisances.
Yes, very good.
Leave anxiety.
Which we offer prostrated obeisance or we offer pranam. We prostrate ourselves. The first thing that curtain opens, the DT curtain opens.
Prabhuji, leave anxieties.
Leave anxieties. Yes, that's good. All the anxieties are gone when we see the beautiful form of the Lord. So the first thing we have to do is offer obeisance, offer pranams. The next thing we have to do is to offer stuti or prayers to glorify the Lord. And if at all one has desires, whether material desires, spiritual desires, no desires, desire for liberation, that's later. It's not that the first thing we go and say, Lord, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Lord Shiva had a very spiritual desire to see the form of the Lord as Mohini-murti, which has recently come. Before this battle, we read the chapter where Mohini-murti distributed nectar to the demigods. So the Lord Shiva had come for this reason. If you go back in the beginning of this chapter, he's going with all his entourage to the abode of the Lord. And then he sees the Lord there. And after being welcomed by the Lord, Lord Shiva duly worshipped him and smilingly spoke. So after the Lord worshipped, and how do we worship? There are multiple vidhis like shodash upchar puja, panch upchar puja, but in all the upcharas one ingredient is common. What is that one ingredient? Offering one's own self. All the ingredients are a way to offer ourself to the Lord, or offer our heart to the Lord, or offer our devotion to the Lord. So in short, the pranam and then the Krishna's glorification, stuti, prayers, etc. And then Lord Shiva expressing his desire that he wants to see that beautiful form. Lord Shiva doesn't want to see any material actor or actress or the Super Bowl. People are paying, I was amazed. People are paying $10,000, like for people in India, just think about, or for here I was also, you may not, there's a fancy thing going on here, like a World Cup for cricket. People are paying $10,000, $15,000 to go to watch that. In this Corona season, that's almost equivalent to 10 lakh rupees to watch that one match for maybe 1 or 2 hours. I don't know how long it lasts. A couple of hours at max. It's in Tampa going on, I think this weekend or something. I don't know. So I was just like, shocked to hear the price of the ticket. Right? Did I say anything false or did I say the truth?
Oh, that's correct. 10,000 is the minimum.
It's the minimum. Okay, it starts from there. So
Yeah.
10 to 20,000, almost 10 lakh rupees, like lump sum, 10 lakh rupees. Correct?
Prabhu, that is also the booking like a 1 year ago. It's not like they are paying immediately,
Oh, Krishna.
The booking goes like a years back, actually.
See, so much hard work. Therefore, it said, material world, so much hard work. Why? And it's not that people are waiting in line to get the ticket. In this Corona time where people are, want to be away from people and social distancing and whatnot, there will be close to 20,000 plus people there. So this is called Pashyam Apina Pashyati. Seeing but not seeing. Spending so much, they'll take loans to buy the ticket. So much hard work to earn and to buy. The government is doing stimulus on one end, but people are utilizing it in this way. It's very interesting. But in short, coming back to Lord Shiva is not going for Super Bowl. He is going for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He wants to see the beautiful form of the Lord. And it's not an ordinary woman. It's the Supreme Lord. So you should not think that Lord Shiva is attracted to women. He is the father of material energy or the husband of material energy. How can he be attracted to an ordinary woman like any Tom, Dick, Harry? He's not attracted to opposite sex like any individual person covered with lust. This is totally transcendental attraction. Very interesting. So let's see if the Lord showed him the form or not. So he expressed his desire. Let's see the next verse, text 13. Would someone like to read? It's not read. Taran Prabhu has raised his hand. You want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. So, ye shamhita daitya paitashtam ratam sura tadeditrakashava ayatha param kautuhala. Translation is purport by Srila Prabhupada, Sri Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My Lord, we have come here desiring to see the form of your Lordship, which you showed to the demons and captivate them completely, and in this way enable the demigods to drink nectar. I am very eager to see that form. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Taran Prabhu. So, eagerness. How much am I eager to see the form of the Lord? Whether it's Mohini-murti form or Radha Shyam Sundar form or Gaur Nitai form, the point here is that we should also be very, very eager. The word used is Kota Uhalam, Kotuhalam, great eagerness. So in short, we should also be very, very eager for all the devotional services, whether it's chanting, whether it's reading, whether it's hearing, whether it's seeing the form of the Lord, whether it's serving, whether it's any service. All services are great. And eagerness is the only prize. Tatra lolyam mulyam ekalam api. There's only one prize to get bhakti. What is that prize? Lolyam or utsaha, eagerness. So Lord Shiva is showing great eagerness for this seva. Okay, we'll read the next verse. Yes, Kashish Mataji, you want to read?
Ji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanmat Pranam to all devotees. Text number 14. Evam abhyarthito Vishnur Bhagvan Shulapanina Rahasya Bhava Gambhiram Girisham Pratyabhashata. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shukdev Goswami said, when Lord Vishnu was thus requested by Lord Shiva, who carries a trident in his hand, he smiled with gravity and replied to Lord Shiva as follows. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu is known as Yogeshwara. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, mystic yogis want to acquire some power by practicing the yoga system. But Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is known as the Supreme Lord of all mystic power. Lord Shiva wanted to see the Mohini-murti, which was captivating the entire world. And Lord Vishnu was gravely thinking of how to captivate Lord Shiva also. Therefore, the word Bhava Gambhiram is used here. The illusory material energy is represented by Durga Devi, who is the wife of Kṛṣṇa, or Lord Shiva. Durga Devi could not captivate Lord Shiva's mind, but now the Lord Shiva wanted to see Lord Vishnu's feminine form. Lord Vishnu, by his mystic power, would assume a form that would captivate even Lord Shiva. Therefore, Lord Vishnu was grave and at the same time was smiling. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So here our Gurudev has given a very beautiful purport that we say that Lord Shiva is only second to Lord Vishnu. And even Mata Parvati, who is Sarva Shakti, she even cannot captivate the mind of Lord Shiva. So now for our Krishna, who is the Supreme Lord of all mystic powers, we have to see that how he's going to captivate the mind of Lord Shiva. And that's why he's giving a mysterious smile. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is, you highlighted again this very, very important point. That Durga Devi, through her different energies, puts everyone into illusion, Maya, right? Maya Shakti. Maya means one which is not. So, and it's very, very strong also. Devi Isha Gunamai Mam Maya Guratyaya. But Lord Shiva is not bound by that Shakti, because he is the master, he's like the Nath, or the Lord of Durga Devi, right? And the word used here is Shula Panina. So the trident, Durga Devi also holds the trident, Panina. Krishna is called Chakrapani. Here, Lord Shiva is used, the word used is Shulapani, referring to the Trishul. Three, it means three. Mata Durga also carries. And what are the three spokes? The three spokes, what do you call it? 3 pointers, I don't know. What do they represent? Anyone knows? Of the Trishul.
Sattva-raja-tama.
Sattva-raja-tama. Good try.
Prabhuji, is this the three
Krishna
Murti?
Prabhuji.
Yes, Moksha. Mataji was saying something.
Sorry, Mataji. Prabhuji, maybe Adi Devik, Adi Bhautik, and Adhyatmic Dukhas?
Yes, that one is used more often, but it is not incorrect to say that she binds us with Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas as well. So both can be used, but the second one is used more often, that she binds us with Adi Bhautik Kleshas, Adi Atmik, and Adi Devik, through our own desires, actions, etc. But a devotee is not bound by those, because Krishna takes the reins of the devotees in his own hands. She's like the jailer. Durga also means jailer, jailkeeper. So, in short, the very, very important lesson here is that Lord Shiva is not an ordinary person. He's used as, the word used as Bhagavan Shula Panina. Sometimes we have discussed this point that the word Bhagavan is used. Actually, sorry, I beg to be corrected. The word used, Bhagavan, is for the Supreme Lord Vishnu. But nonetheless, sometimes we have seen the word Bhagavan is used for Lord Shiva as well, which we know he is not. And he is like the form of the Lord in contact with material energy is Lord Shiva. So why was Lord Vishnu grave and smiling? Who will answer?
Haribol?
Yes, Nandini ma'am.
Because, Pranam Prabhuji. Because he knows that Lord Shiva will be captivated. So he's smiling because what's going to happen, but he's also Gambhir because he actually really wants to capture mind of Lord Shiva.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. It's like, oh, you really want to see my form? Okay, then let's see. So it's kind of a smiling and at the same time, Gambhira also, gravity and smiling. Both the emotions are together. Parhasya Bhava Gambhira. Hasya and Gambhira. bhav. So let's see whether the Lord shows him the form or not. Yes, Nikant Prabhu, you want to read next verse?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Text
Mataji.
15. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kautuhalaya Daityanam Yashodvesho Mayadritha Pashyata Sura Karyani Gate Piyusha Bhajani. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Shri Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "When the demons took away the jug of nectar, I assumed the form of a beautiful woman to bewilder them by directly cheating them and thus to act in the interest of the demigods." Purport. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead assumed the form of a beautiful woman, Mohini-murti, the demons were certainly captivated, but the demigods present were not. In other words, those who maintain a demonic mentality are bewildered by the beauty of the woman, but those who are advanced in Krishna consciousness, or even those on the platform of goodness, are not bewildered. The Supreme Personality of Godhead knew that because Lord Shiva is not an ordinary person, he cannot be bewildered even by the most beautiful woman.
Cupid himself tried to invoke Lord Shiva's lusty desires in the presence of Parvati, but Lord Shiva was never agitated. Rather, the blazing fire from Lord Shiva's eyes turned Cupid to ashes. Therefore, Lord Vishnu had to think twice about what kind of beautiful form would be bewildered even Lord Shiva. Consequently, he was smiling gravely. As stated in the previous verse, Parahasya Bhava Gambiram. A beautiful woman generally cannot induce Lord Shiva to be lusty, but but Lord Vishnu was considered whether there was any form of woman who could enchant him. Thank you, Prabhu. Please explain.
What are your comments? I want to hear.
Prabhuji, the only thing I understood was when a person is fixed his mind at the lotus feet of the Lord, no beautiful woman, no wealthy riches, nothing can deviate the devotee. That is the only point that I understood, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Very nice. So now the question may come, why was Lord Shiva bewildered? That's the title of the chapter. So we know this question could come, right? Well, he is not an ordinary person. So why was he bewildered? Who will answer that?
Prabhuji, I'm thinking it's all whatever the Lord wishes, it will happen. I mean, if he wants Shiva to be bewildered, he will be bewildered. So whatever, I think it's the potential, or what is it? Because Lord Krishna is Yogeshwara, he has that mystic abilities to control the mind of Shiva. That's what I'm thinking. Sorry, Prabhuji, if I'm wrong.
No, very nice. Very nice. So earlier Lord Shiva was not bewildered, the demigods were not bewildered. They all saw the form of Mohini-murti, correct? But they were not desiring like the demons to be with her or marry her, etc. They were attracted, but in the way to worship, not to enjoy. The demons were attracted to use it for selfish agendas. So the energy of the Lord, the devotees are also attracted to use for the service. Like Prabhupada said, like so much material energy he used for the service of the Lord. But the demons are attracted to use it for their own selfish agendas. That's the big difference. So, and we discuss the examples of Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya, etc. So the Lord is saying this, that I assume this form carrying this nectar, the jug of nectar. And we all know the story that how Cupid wanted to test Lord Shiva. So Cupid himself tried to invoke Lord Shiva's lusty desires, but Lord Shiva was never agitated. Rather, the blazing fire from Lord Shiva burned Cupid into ashes. So this just shows the power of Lord Shiva. And Cupid is the one who kind of infuses lust towards the opposite sex, or one's attraction towards the opposite sex. But he could not try to do so to Lord Shiva. Okay, next verse, 16th. Yes, Vipul Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam, all devotees. Text 16. Tate aham darshayishyami didriksha shura sattama kaminam bohu mantam sankalpa pravabodayam. Translation part by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. O best of the demigods, I shall now show you my form that is very much appreciated by those who are lusty. Since you want to see that form, I shall reveal it in your presence. Purport. Lord Shiva's desiring to see Lord Vishnu reveal the most attractive and beautiful form of a woman was certainly a joking affair. Lord Shiva knew that he could not be agitated by the so-called beautiful woman. The Daityas may have been bewildered, he thought, but since even the demigods could not be agitated, what to speak of me, who am the best of all the demigods? However, because Lord Shiva wanted to see Lord Vishnu's form as a woman, Lord Vishnu decided to impersonate a woman and show him a form that would immediately put him in an ocean of lusty desires. In effect, therefore, Lord Vishnu told Lord Shiva, I'll show you my form as a woman, and if you become agitated by lusty desires, do not blame me. The attractive features of a woman are appreciated by those who are affected by lusty desires. But those who are above such desires, who are on the platform of the Krishna consciousness, are very difficult to bewilder. Nonetheless, by the supreme desire of the person of Godhead, everything can be done. This was to be a test whether Lord Shiva could remain unagitated. So as just Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam said, that if Lord wants anything, that can be possible, even the Lord Shiva will be agitated. On the other side, there's a teaching point that being a devotee, we should not be too much arrogant and not thinking that we are not vulnerable. We're also vulnerable at any time, so we should be careful for any kind of lusty desires or some kind of, like, we should be vulnerable, may not be easily, but if we be proud, so Lord can test us and then we may fall down. So that is a point to take from here, Prabhuji, also. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Nice. Don't try this at home. Sometimes they say the warning, don't try to say, Lord, show me your most beautiful form and let me see if I'm bewildered or not. I am a fallen conditioned soul full of lust, anger, greed, desires, so many desires, howling. So we should not be in an unfavorable environment. Someone asked Prabhupada, what is your miracle? And Prabhupada could understand that this person is lusty. So Prabhupada replied that I can be in the midst of very, very beautiful women and still not be agitated. And this person was, wow, that is amazing. But Prabhupada also said when there was a rock show and there were a lot of people half drunk, half clothes and everything, Prabhupada said this is no place for a brahmachari. That means we should not go to such places where our bad side would flourish. In short, the desires to enjoy are still present. I'm talking about myself, I'm not talking about all of you great souls. I'm talking about myself. The desires to enjoy the material energy are still present. We may not be practicing those. For example, we may have given up meat eating, or doing wrong things, like we are following the regulative principles, but that does not mean that the desires have gone. They're in the dormant stage. In the moment they get the right environment, it's like a drunkard. Uh, for example, there's something called Alcoholics Anonymous. You know what they say, that don't even walk near the bar. If you walk near the bar, those who used to drink a lot of alcohol and now they're given up and now they're trying to sustain that. If they walk near the bar, or when they see an empty bottle of alcohol, their desires to drink alcohol will come. Or if they've been in association of those who are drinking, oh, I'll just be with them, I'll just drink lemonade and they will drink alcohol and I'll just sit with them. No, 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 no. It's just a matter of time. It's like associating with the womanizer. Oh, they're talking whole day about women and this woman and that woman and this actress and this. What will happen? The desires will flourish in the heart. Very simple. Similarly, if one is talking about this movie and that movie and this movie and that movie, what will happen? One will get desire to watch that movie. It's very, very natural. Dhyayato vishayan punsa sangasteshu pachayate sangat sanjayate kama. That lust will come to do that thing. So therefore, we don't have to try this. We have to. Lord Shiva is teaching. There's a different, totally. These two are totally transcendental. The Supreme Lord and his Param Bhakta. They are just teaching, and of course, we will see that later. That how Lord Shiva, and his dialogues later. But the point here is that we should not be in an environment where our bad side may flourish. There's a very nice story in this regard of in Sri Rangam, Lord, this was a devotee named Dhanurdas, and he was like this, holding an umbrella, and so that the sun does not affect his partner, the lady whom he loved, and a big, like a yatra was going on by the side of Lord Ranganath in Sri Rangam by the beach. The Utsav Murtis were being carried, the drums were banging, and then the kartals, and like a festival, kirtan and dancing and everything. But this person, sthita pragya, fixed, looking in the eyes of her, that lady, and holding the umbrella so that the sun could not bother. And all the devotees were like shocked. What's going on? And the great disciples of Ramanujacharya were also shocked in amazement. Well, this person is so blind. Can't he see the Lord? The Supreme Lord is going. The devotees, the great devotees like Ramanujacharya are walking, and this person is just so busy in the eyes of that lady. What's going on? So finally, the great merciful Ramanujacharya, the great souls are very, very merciful. Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam said, please call this person. Because everyone could see this like an outlier. I hope you are all able to, be in that situation. Just see, like, thousands of people are doing one thing, and this one person is so absorbed, it doesn't even know what's going on. So someone, called out, hey, hey, hey. He could not hear the drums. What will he hear these people? Finally, someone had to literally shake his body and say, what are you doing? Go, Ramanujacharya is calling you. And Ramanujacharya spoke to him that what's going on? Why are you so attached? He said, well, I've never seen anything more beautiful than the eyes of this this lady. So what to do? I'm so attracted. Ramanujacharya said, well, come tomorrow to the temple. And he said, okay, because everyone knew Ramanujacharya is not an ordinary soul. So this person came tomorrow. Ramanujacharya just said one thing: if I show you something more beautiful than the eyes of the woman, then will you become sober? Will you do what I say? He said, well, it's impossible, but yes, I agree. Then the next day, Lord, they showed the deities of the lying down Vishnu form, the big deities. And if you have been to South India, they do the arti with a lamp, and then you have to start with the feet, and they show the beautiful form of the Lord. And when the eyes, when the pujari was doing the arti on the eyes of the Lord, this person, by the mercy of Ramanujacharya and by the mercy of Lord Vishnu, Lord Ranganath, was so amazed, fell at the feet of Sri Ramanujacharya and the Supreme Lord, that I have never seen anything more beautiful. And in that very moment, he said, I want to be your disciple. And this is the Dhanurdas. This is the Dhanurdas who became a very extraordinary devotee later, by the mercy of the Lord and his empowered soul like Ramanujacharya. So the point is, yes, if someone has really seen the form of the Lord, things of this world will not attract. If someone has really taste for chanting, hearing Bhagavatam, serving Vaishnavas, then the things of this world will not attract. But what to do? I am so fallen soul. I am still attracted to things of this world. What does it mean that I have no taste for serving Vaishnavas? I have no taste to read Bhagavatam or to see the form of the Lord. I may have taken just darshan from my eyes, but not attraction from my heart. So, which means there's a long, long way to go. I have to keep trying more and more, so that my attraction towards bhakti increases and the materialistic things reduces. Any other comments? Any other additions anyone has? Okay, let's read next verse, text number 17. Yes, Aparna, madam, you want to read, please?
No, I just wanted to ask a question.
Oh, sure.
That you said Seva, Darshan, and Swadhyay. These three are different, isn't so? According to you, what is more important?
So there are multiple limbs of bhakti, like Shravanam, Kirtanam. As per Prahlad Maharaj, there are 9 limbs of bhakti: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. Basically, I'll share what is the most important as per Srila Rupa Goswami. In the Nectar of Devotion, there are 64 limbs. There are multiple limbs, but 64 are the topmost. Out of those 64, Srila Rupa Goswami says, Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtanam Bhagavata Shravana Mathuravasa Śrīmurti Ras Shraddhaya Sevana. There's a very nice way to remember it. A, B, C, D, E. A is for association, Sadhu Sangha. B is for Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. We have to read books like Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, not Harry Potter and Cinderella. C is for chanting the holy names, Kirtanam, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. D is for deity worship, especially for Grihasthas. Deity worship. We should offer Deity worship means even if we have some lamination, that's fine in the beginning. And eventually we can get at least Gaur-Nitai deities under the guidance of senior devotees. But in the beginning, we can have the pictures and have a small altar at our home, offer some water, offer some fruits, flowers, tulsi leaves, some lamb, some incense under guidance, deity worship. Offer bhoga, take prasad, diet. E is for entering Vrindavan. So if we are executing all these things at our home, making a spiritual environment at home, then the home also becomes Vrindavan. But nonetheless, we should make attempts to go to Holy Dham like Vrindavan, Mayapur, Mathura, Dwarka, Jagannath Puri, etc. So in short, the most important thing is association of devotees. If we be in association of devotees, then hearing will go nicely. Good devotees. Not we do gossip in the association of devotees, not we watch movies in the association of devotees. That's not devotee association. So association of devotees most important. Chanting and reading, hearing, all these 5 limbs, if we do and not offend devotees, not criticize, then life is perfect. And if time permits, then we take up some service to share this with others as far as possible, distribute prasadam, do some charity in Krishna conscious ways, and do some book distribution. Depends on, some may like book distribution, some may like prasad distribution, some may like cow seva. All these are great, but we should not compromise the core. The core is these 5. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
And you know what will happen? Srila Rupa Goswami continues. Sakala sadhana shreshta e pancha anga. Sakala sadhana shreshta, amongst all the sadhanas. Shreshta, these are the shreshta, uttama, khub bhalo. These 5 limbs are very, very important. Krishna prema janmay er panchir alpasanga. Even little association, even little bit performing these limbs, what will happen? Krishna prema janmay. The love of God will awaken in one's heart who follows these 5 limbs. So all we have to do is A, B, C, D, E. Bhakti is simple. We don't even have to go till Z. It's A to E only. Okay. Tyra, I think you really want to read, but we want to give everyone chance at least once a week so that everyone, and then go to the next round, okay? So let's see who has not read for this week. We can read one more verse today. Would someone like to read this one? 17.
Should I?
Sure, yeah. The goal is everyone should at least get chance once, and then if everyone gets chance once, then we can go to the second round. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Shri Shuka Uvachaha Ita Brahmano Bhagavad Satra Vantas Dhyeta Sarvatas Sarvatas Karayam Karasur Bhavya Aste Sayamaya. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami continued, after speaking in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, immediately disappeared, and Lord Shiva remained there with Uma, looking for him all around with moving eyes.
So, Lord is expert drama. Nato Natya Dharoyata. He's an expert actor. Suddenly he was talking about it. Well, you really want to see this form? Oh, best of the demigods. Oh, Lord Shiva, you want to see that form? Okay, I shall reveal it to you in your presence. But now the Lord wants to kind of make a little suspense here. He doesn't come easily. One has to search for the Lord. Right? You can learn this lesson. The Lord Shiva was looking around with moving eyes here and there. So that separation, how the gopis were looking out for the Lord. Where did the Lord go? Suddenly the Lord, kind of disappeared. So similarly, the Lord Vishnu here disappeared. And Lord Shiva is looking, where is my Lord? He said he'll show me the form, but now he's disappeared. Looks like he's tricking me, or what's going on? So we will pause at this suspense mode and see tomorrow what happened. Did the Lord come in front of Shiva, or was Lord Shiva able to find him or not? We will see all that tomorrow. Any other comments or questions, additions before we pause for today? We can also see the Lord here and there, everywhere. Okay, I guess we will pause here. Grantraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Puran ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaura Bhaktavind ki jai. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo.
Dhanyavad.
So much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.